Hi folks, and welcome back to another video. Just a short one. This week I'm going to be putting a handle on my ferro rod. Finally getting around to doing it. You may have seen me show you this before, ages ago, months ago, when I did my Banneken steak breakfast video. I did a little sort of comparison of ferro rods, and this one was new to me at the time, and yeah, it's just a ferro rod blank, but it's one of the XL ones. It's huge. It's 1/2 inch by 110 mil, I think, long. So really nice size, but I just haven't got around to doing anything with it. You know, I've been planning on putting a handle on this for ages, and as I've got a bit of time off and I'm supposed to be on light duties, I thought it would be an ideal little project to do this week. Well, last time I was in my local garden centre, I was having a look in the kind of like pet area, and I found these. This is deer antler, and it's designed as a treat for your dog, a dog chew. And I thought, well, you know, that's a reasonable sized piece of antler. That surely would be ideal as a handle for my ferro rod. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to cut a bit of this off, so it makes a nice sort of handle shape. And then I've got to drill it, and I'm going to put another hole in it for a lanyard. And yeah, we'll see how it comes out. Right, just a word of warning. If you've never cut antler before, as I haven't, it absolutely stinks when you cut it, okay? So just be prepared for that. I'd open some windows or work outside if you can. Antler is basically hair. So you imagine that smell of burning hair that you get when you, I don't know, you get a bit close to the fire and you singe your eyebrows. It's like that, but worse, okay? So yeah, just be prepared for that. Okay, I'm going to start off with a small size drill bit just as a pilot. And then I'm going to go in with a spade bit, a 1/2 inch spade bit, to get it to the size I want. And while I'm at the drill, I'm also going to drill a hole through for the lanyard. So the problem I have here is that the hole that I drilled for the ferro rod to go in is slightly too small. That's the closest drill bit I had, a 1/2 inch, and the ferro rod is more like 13 mil, so it doesn't actually fit in very well. So I'm going to, my solution is to just turn down the end of this on my lathe, just remove a bit of the ferrocerium, and hopefully that'll then glue in there okay. So the reason for all those pretty exciting sparks is because this ferro rod, well, all ferro rods, they're made from a combination of different metals, and one of them is a metal called cerium, and that's used in a ferro rod because it's got a very low combustion temperature. You know, it doesn't take a lot of heat for that to ignite, which is why it's in there, so you can strike it with you know, any sort of like hard object. So while the tip of my tool here is in contact and cutting away at the ferro rod, it's creating heat, and cerium burns at 150 degrees. So you know, it doesn't take very much to get up to 150 degrees, which is why we had all those pretty sparks, which is quite apt because it's nearly the 5th of November. That's better. So the hole that I drilled through here to take a lanyard. I'm actually going to line that hole with some brass tubing that I have. I drilled a 4mm hole and that will slide right in. And I'll obviously cut that to length and glue that in when I glue the ferro rod in. Right, I'm going to use an epoxy glue for this. Just mix equal parts, give it a good old mix up until it goes a kind of milky colour. You're really relying on this glue to hold the ferro rod in the handle, so it's just worthwhile taking a bit of time and making sure it's really well mixed. Run it along the edge and then just take most of it off. It's going to, as you push it in, it's going to squash it all through the hole. So, and then as I put it in, I like to twist it as it goes, just to make sure it's really nicely coated. You're going to get a load of squeeze out, but you know, that's fine. Just draw it along so that it's completely covered. And it doesn't harm to get a bit on the bottom as well. It's going to be pushed right in to the bottom of that hole anyway. And again, just with a twisting action, push it right in. Right, while the epoxy is going off, while it's drying, I'm going to cut another small piece of antler from the other end, from the narrow end. As I said before, I'm going to have a lanyard going through this, and I want to have a little antler toggle. Well, I'm really pleased with how that came out, and I'm glad to have finally got around to putting a handle on this thing. Take care, and I'll see you soon.